Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is a deck unboxing of Woodland Wardens by Jessica Roux. It's 52 card Oracle deck and it has a guidebook. It's produced, who is the publisher of these? Andrews McMeel. Don't think I've heard of Andrews McMeel Publishing before, but let's have a look. Let's find out together what this deck is like. I was really drawn to this because it teams animals with plants, which is kind of quite interesting on where I am within my own personal path at the moment. So we have, 52 card deck. It comes in this 2-part box. I love it when there's a 2-part box, and we have thumb holes so we can get them apart with or without cards being in there. It says, inspired by history, folklore and mythology, artist Jessica Roux's debut Oracle deck transports seekers to another time and place, offering them insight rooted in the magic of flora and fauna. Let's pull it apart. Oh, even the inside part of oh my goodness, look at the inside. This is so gorgeous. So we have this gorgeous plant design with these gorgeous golds and yellows on the inside part of the box. The sides of the inside part of the box, we have a guidebook, and as always I will do the guidebook at the end, but that's quite thick for a small deck that I think was well under £20. And we have there we go. So we have Jessica Roux is a Nashville based freelance illustrator and the author of Floriography, an illustrated guide to Victorian language of flowers. She loves exploring in her own backyard and being surrounded by an abundance of nature, using subdued colours and rhythmic shapes. She renders flora, fauna and much more in a richly detailed old world style. A seasoned reader of tarot, she loves to include hidden symbolism inspired by the Rider-Waite-Smith deck in her illustrations. I love that. So it is an Oracle deck, obviously. I wouldn't say it's a standard Oracle card size. What I will do is, there you go. That's in comparison to a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith card. So as you can see, there's quite a size difference in the cards. Not too much, but enough to be noticeable. So let's have a look. We have this gorgeous back design, which is reversible. I'm not sure whether that applies until we get to the guidebook. It's gorgeous matte printing. The cards feel really nice. They're a thinner cardstock, but they feel quite sturdy. So anyway, let's have a look at the artwork and see what we have in these cards. So we have 0, we have Mouse and Buttercup, Innocence. I feel like these are going to be based roughly around tarot for some reason. We have Cat and Lavender, Independence. Then we have the Spider and Passion Flower, Creative Ingenuity. The Hare and Oak, New Opportunities. The Bear and Cedar, Leadership. The Sheep and Blackberry, Devotion. I love this art style. The Frog and Lotus, Metamorphosis, beautiful pairing. The Chipmunk and Laurel, Success. The Elk and Ash, Strength for 8. Weasel and Pine, Introspection. The Duck and Chrysanthemum, Luck. Then we have the Goat and Willow, Overcoming Obstacles. Then we have the Lizard and Pitcher Plant, Stagnation. The Moth and Eucalyptus, An Ending. The Vulture and Asphodel, Upheaval. The Deer and Oat, Healing. The Crow and Dogwood, Intelligence. The Salamander and Black Pepper, Inspiration. The Boar and Pumpkin, Confidence. The Bay and Hellebore, or Hellebore, Intuition. Cayman and Poppy, Dreams. The Skunk and Magnolia, Protection. The Owl and Hop, Wisdom. The Hound and Pear, Loyalty, very 17th century, 18th century, imagery there, love it. The Marten and Foxglove, That's mischief. The wolf and rosehip, guardianship. The bee and pomegranate, productivity. The fox and ivy, adaptability. The opossum and peony, bashfulness. The squirrel and chestnut, preparation. The beaver and birch, home. The turtle and coriander, satisfaction. I love that it's coriander and not cilantro. The badger and ginkgo, healing wounds. The raccoon and sycamore, curiosity. The snake and fern, starting over. I love that image. The ladybug and sweet pea, happiness. The finch and peach. That sounds like a great name for a restaurant or a pub. Romance. The coyote and datura, deceit. The porcupine and anemone, boundaries. The otter and cattail, peace. The bobcat and blackthorn, patience. The snail and huckleberry, trust in the invisible. The eel and iris, safety. The trout and lily of the valley, purification. The hawk and thistle, graceful persistence. The antelope and wheat, nourishment. The butterfly and snowdrop, hope. The rooster and sunflower, communication. The dragonfly and pansy, balance. We have the horse and bluebell, modest fortitude. The ram and dahlia, determination. The quail and gooseberry, anticipation. And I have noticed that there is 52 cards because one is numbered 0, even though that's 51. That's one for each day, for each week of the year. That's really cool. So they hand over shuffle beautifully. They don't feel like they're sticking. They feel like they want to move. I wouldn't say they necessarily are sliding over each other, but they should wash relatively easily. They feel slightly plastic coated. They are matte printed, as you can see. Let's see how they riffle. Do they riffle very well? They do. They do it beautifully. Let's have a little look. Really beautiful. Can I pull one off quite easily? Yes, I can. The Weasel and the Pine, introspection. Really, really love the artwork on this. It's such a beautiful colour palette. The art style is so uniform, and that one is one of my favourites, the Hound and the Pear. Oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Would not look lost in an art gallery or art museum. So we have Woodland Garden. And we have the Woodland Wardens, sorry, not Woodland Garden, Woodland Wardens. And then we have contents there. And we have an introduction. Beautiful, even has, I've forgotten what they're called, where they have the illustrated first letter. How to use the cards and guidebook. And then obviously it takes you through that. And then we have suggested spreads. So we have the daily practice of pulling one card, a 3-card pull, a 4-card pull, a 6-card pull, and then we move into the cards themselves. That was really quick. So we have a black and white full page image of the card, and then we have messages. So we have a description, and then we have, so like the Fall in the Tarot deck. Upright, we have an upright meaning. We do have a reverse meaning, so it's good that they also reverse on the back design as well. And then there's questions like, what do I hope to learn on this new path? What potential dangers should I look out for? So I love that each of them seem to have this same quick message, and then upright and reverse meanings, and then obviously the questions being asked in there as well. So I really like this. Full black and white images. They look just as good in the black and white as they do in colour. Really gorgeous. Quail and the gooseberry. Or gooseberry, but I say gooseberry because I don't know why I say gooseberry. I think it's because of where I was born and the genetics in my vocal cords. Who knows? And then we have acknowledgements, and there is a bit about Jessica Roux there. And then all the blurb and information on the back there. And then we have a gorgeous hare on the back with the acorns. I really like this deck. I can't wait to use it. I think it's going to be my next journaling deck that sits on my desk, and I think I'm going to be working with it as and when I journal. I think this is going to be my next oracle card. My latest one is coming to an end, so I think this one will be the next one to be working with and journaling with. It just feels necessary to do, especially holding it. But anyway, this is under £15. I think it's incredible quality for that price. I actually think it was £10 something in the sale on you know, Bezos Mail. But yeah, it's really beautifully done. It's an incredible deck. I really like it. I think its messages are going to be from what I saw in the little short messages and the questions, those thinking points to jump off with. I think that's really good to have a deck that prompts you to also not only read the message, but to tap into your own intuition as well. And I think this is going to do that really well. But yeah, if you have any comments or questions, as always, feel free to comment down below. I will try and get back to you. And yeah, check out the other videos on the channel. We have lots of oracle decks, tarot decks, Lenormand, rune decks, all the things. So feel free to do that and subscribe if you want to be notified of any other ones that come up along the way. There will be quite a few after this one. But yes, hopefully this has been helpful, and I will see you again soon. But thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.